as you all know, there's a lot of guns and ammo and really all sorts of military equipment going to efforts to defend Ukraine against Russia from all sorts of countries in Europe and America and countries in North America, including Canada. A lot of people participating in arming Ukraine's defense from Russia. Now, a lot of stipulations were put on those weapons. The primary ones, they couldn't use them to invade Russia. They could only use them to defend themselves against Russia. Well, a lot of these weapons showing up in Russia. A lot of them showing up. Small arms from Belgium, Humvees, made in the USA, Humvees showing up in Russia while they're firing small arms from Belgium. Now, this is a problem because obviously when you give people weapons to defend themselves and you put stipulations on it, I don't really know how you prevent somebody from, eventually they're going to have to invade. So what are they going to use? Of course they're going to use the weapons you're giving them. The only way to stop somebody from invading you is eventually you got to go in and just put an end to that. And apparently that's kind of the start of what you got going on here. And they're using the weapons that many countries in Europe and of course the US have been giving them. And now they're showing up post-battles, things destroyed on the battlefield in Russia. So I don't know, is this a problem? I mean, again, I think it only escalates things as far as the worldwide heat of it all. But again, I don't see how you'd expect them not to use them to go in there. I mean, if you know, that's the best defense of your country is to go in eventually and put an end to it all. And you're definitely not going to use outdated weapons. You're not going to sit there and go, well, we can use these weapons, but we can't use those. You're going to use them all. Of course they're going to use them all. And we should have been smart enough to know that. The European countries should have been smart enough to know that. We all should have been smart enough to know that. So of course they're going to use them for that thing. You know, now when you start issuing them jets and things like that, like, you know, what do you think they're going to use those things for eventually? Eventually they're going in there with them is what they're doing. I think this is the point where we have to open our eyes and really see what is taking place with these weapons that we're sending, especially as we begin to send bigger ammo packages and bigger weapons packages in a continued effort in Ukraine, which is clearly going to go on for years, is that you got to know they're going to use them to invade Russia eventually. I mean, you'd be foolish to think they weren't going to use that for that reason. Even if they say, sure, we won't use them for that reason, eventually they're going to have to use them for that reason. Unless Russia agrees to stop, which really doesn't look like they're gonna. So this may be the only way to stop them. I don't know, but what I do know is our weapons are being found in Russia, as are a lot of other European weapons, and they probably should not be, and we're foolish to think that we can somehow restrict that in some way, shape, or form. So any insights you might have on that, definitely put that below. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. Feel called to support this channel with Patreon. That link is also below. But the most important part of this channel is we take prayer requests, so please don't ever hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, and love guns.